sun goes down tonight, there'll be one thing on my mind. Want to discover a part of me, set me free. I'm on a mission, gotta find my space. I've got the world to see, led by only intuition. No, there's not a trace, I'm only counting on me. Which is to turn to dust, life without wanderlust. That is somehow to know. Which is to turn to dust, life without wanderlust. That is somehow to know.
Welcome, everybody. Let's do another stream. Welcome. I hope you guys are doing good. Had a little break. My ears had a little rest. So, we're gonna get going again. I want to do a final resample session on the bass, actually, before we get started on working on the track. I want to see if I can find maybe or make a processing chain that sort of like does a nice amount of filtering on the bass, so that we get like some interesting modulations made from this bass line, and then maybe I can use those to kind of do some little interesting transitions. I have an idea of something that I want to do. I want to use a kind of like, you know, that effect when you take a piece of a sample, put it into a sampler, and then loop that so that it goes like, that it becomes rhythmic, and then make a pitch bend with that thing, like a big pitch bend, like maybe 1 or 2 octaves, so that speed of that loop slows down or speeds up. I think that could be really fun for a couple of transitions, and I think if we have like maybe a resampled version of the bass with like some good amount of filtering on it, so that we get like some interesting maybe filter shapes of a filter opening, closing down, that could be really helpful for using that for one of those kind of things. So I think that's what we're going to do. Now, I'm wondering, maybe somebody has made a good filtering chain in Multipass or in Snapheap. So I'll probably just go and check those out, see if there's a nice filtering chain, because I don't want to make it right now and don't want to spend too much time on that. And then we're going to go back into the other project and see if we can put some of the resampled stuff in. I actually bounced them to audio, so I now have the resampled files here with the vocal stuff, all the weird stuff. Might be able to use that somewhere. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream. We'll see. We'll see how long we go. Let's see. Let's make an audio track, because I want to use the version of the bass that doesn't have any sidechain on it. So let's just take an audio track. Let's drop the bass with no sidechain in here. Oh wait, let's just do this, warp it, and then we're probably gonna resample this section right here, where we have like the different bass things going on. So I'm not sure which one of the two we'll pick. Let's do Snapheap first. Let's see what we have in here. Do we have a filtering category? Modulation? Wait, we can search for filter. Let's see what we get. Filter. Can we search in all the categories? Or only... Oh yeah, we can. Nice. Okay. Wobble filter. Parallel formant filter. I want like one that has like a nice amount of filters. Well, we're just gonna load a couple of ones and see what we get. That was interesting. A really interesting tone. I want one that has just like a bunch of... I guess we're gonna have to make it. Let's try multipass, see what we have in there. All it needs is like I guess a couple of parallel chains or something with some filtering. So I guess the snap heap would be the one, but maybe multipass is good. Let's see what we have here. Search for filter. Kinda doing a little bit what I'm looking for. Let's just resample that one real quick. Do output of track 6. Freeze a little bit because it's a little quiet. And then just record this. Ooh, that was nice. Yeah, that's good. Like all kinds of modulations in it. Okay. That's actually pretty good. See, we have all these different little bits and pieces now with sort of like, it's not just a sustained bass anymore, and that's what I'm looking for. Because then we can take bits and pieces of that and just, you know, loop it. Now, it does have a little bit... The sub cuts out quite a bit, which is a little bit something that I might not want, but we can always bring sub back. That's not going to be that big of a deal. Okay, let's keep that one, and let's use that. I can try making another one. Let's take snap heap. I'll just make one more. Let's do a filter here. Why am I not hearing that? Oh. Here. Okay, let's do an LFO. I'm gonna assign this to there. I don't use snap heap that much. How do we make it unipolar? Can we do that? I assume we can, in some kind of way. Or maybe not. Well, then we're just gonna do this. Just make that do sort of like a bit of a random kind of pattern. And then let's take, let's do that so that we get a parallel chain. And then let's do a band pass in this section right here. And then should we do same thing, but maybe with another LFO? So it's a little bit of a different speed as well. Sure. And then assign that to this one. So we get a bit different movement here. I'm just mostly looking for stuff that is basically quite random. So these two are then running into the next bus. So we could, for instance, well, we could take... we don't have another LFO. That's a shame. Well, in that case, I'm gonna use the same LFO for this one. They're just gonna move in the same way, which is fine, I guess. I could maybe make it go in the opposite direction, so we get... Sure. And then on this one, I want to use another LFO. And let's do just a regular sine wave. And this one, we're going to assign it to the gain of this chain. That we're really going to chop it up into like little sections. Take this one, assign that to the gain. Okay, and then what if we assign that other LFO to this rate? Can we do that? Wait, can we not do that? We should be able to do that, right? How do we... Yeah, we can do that. Then go to here. Ah, nice. Cool, so that works. Then I'm gonna take this one, assign this one to this rate. So it's gonna change the rate of the LFO as well. Now it's really starting to become random. Let's try maybe doing... Should we do a bit of reverb on this one, see what happens? Don't really need that. I can try maybe doing something weird with like a pitch shifter or something on the bandpass layer. See what we get. Or with a frequency shifter. Although that's gonna get weird really fast. Yeah, I guess let's just resample this so that we have these kind of different modulations. And I'm just probably gonna play around with the speed of this LFO right here. So let's do, yeah, let's do that. So just record now. Oh wait, before we do that, let's bring this down a bit because I think it's clipping quite a bit. If it's not, then, well, whatever. You can always make it loud afterwards. have 2 files with like modulations in it that are quite random. Cool. Let's, I'm just gonna bounce these together, to be quite honest. I'll just do, this, and just do that. We're gonna bounce that to audio. We'll take the output of track number 7, so we don't get any limiting applied to it, or anything that is on the master track. And just bounce that. We'll just call that resample bass 2. Then we're gonna have to hop over to the other project, so that's gonna take a little bit of time to open. Okay. Let's switch to that other project, which is this one right here. Let's open that one up. Vape Nation. I want some nice pink guave. Pink guave. It's really nice though. It's a good one. Pink guave and green sencha tea. Absolutely phenomenal. That's the perfect amount of time to get in the right mindset, if you catch my drift. What? Waiting for the project to load? Well, to be honest, it's more like a workflow killer. But it's a good moment to have a little chat with you guys, so that's fine. And drink my tea before it gets cold. Because if with that resampling stuff, I'm gonna lose track of time really quickly, and then before you know it, my tea has become cold, so good moment to drink my tea. Oh, that wasn't even too bad. I do like how much it starts to look like an actual track now. It starts to look like a full track, which is good. I mean, it's still only one drop, but we're getting into the breakdown section now. Let's have a little listen through and see where I want to change something. And while that's doing that, I'm gonna finish my tea. Let's go!
When the sun goes down tonight, there'll be one thing on my mind. Want to discover a part of me, set me free. I'm on a mission, gotta find my space. I've got the world to see, led by only intuition. No, there's not a trace, I'm only counting on me.
And if the sun goes down, I wanna come down.
Which is the turn to dust, I feel that wonders. That is somehow to know.
That's true though.
And if the sun goes down, I wanna come down.
Which is the turn to dust, I feel that wonders. That is somehow to know.
Okay, yeah, I don't like that delay thingy here coming in, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. And I'm gonna mute these two right here. I don't really like how often those come in, so I think I'll just have every now and then. I still don't know if I'm gonna use the full vocal. I actually think I won't. I think I'll actually probably settle around this groove right here. That... I'm probably gonna settle on that part. And there is also what I noticed in this afternoon stream. There are a couple more samples in that sample pack in that same folder. So there's also an ad-lib one that has sort of like different, slightly different versions of the things that are going on in the main vocal, and it also has these harmonies. So I might be able to use some of those. Vocals are hitting, you should use M unison. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do a bunch more processing on the vocal though. But it's more, it kind of was more a placeholder, to be honest. That was basically what it was. It was just a placeholder vocal that I was gonna replace at some point, and it was just there for me to kind of get an idea of what it would sound like with a vocal on it. But then it kind of started working, so, you know, might as well use it.
Riches don't turn to dust, life without wonders, that is some hell to know.
Okay, I'm gonna try something out real quick. We're gonna compress this vocal because the vocal is really loud in the mix. And that is also has to do with the fact that this vocal hasn't been compressed properly. Well, it's OTT'd, basically, so there's a lot of compression on it, but that is not taking care of some of the volume spikes. So I need this vocal to be really loud in the mix for it to actually, you know, be heard above the bass line. So what I'm going to do is going to try compress it so that I can kind of squash those peaks down, which allows me then to bring the volume back up a little bit, and then hopefully we're not pushing the vocal into the limiter and clipping at the master track too much, so that we don't get that much distortion, because you can really hear in the drop that the vocal starts to distort quite heavily. I kind of like it, but it's also a little bit too much. So if we set a compressor up like this, so just nice high ratio, slower release, and as quick as possible attack, and then just use that to kind of take down some of the peaks.
Riches they'll turn to dust, life without wanderlust.
If we bring this down all the way, it's literally just flattening the audio.
Riches they'll turn to dust, life without wanderlust. That is some hell to know.
But it's not sounding.
Riches they'll turn to dust, life without wanderlust. That is some hell to know. Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around.
It doesn't sound that bad in a way. So, and what I'll most of the time do is actually just drive it a bit into the soft clipping, which is just going to take care of some of those peaks as well. But I'll not do that much. Let's just go, I don't know, maybe something like -15 or something.
Riches they'll turn to dust, life without wanderlust. That is some hell to know.
Because what it's really going to have to be, like this vocal, let's bring that group down to -8 as well. So everything is at -8, all these groups.
Riches they'll turn to dust.
And then we're going to listen to it, how it sounds in the mix, and bring that compressor up.
Riches they'll turn to dust, life without wanderlust. That is some hell to know.
Maybe a little bit more compression and then boost the makeup gain a bit more.
Riches they'll turn to dust, life without wanderlust. That is some hell to know.
have this one maybe a little bit higher than the rest, because it's the vocal, but... Yeah, I actually have an idea for that CPU use, by the way. I'm only using 3 of these reverb bands, so let's get rid of the other 2 in this rack. So we're not using long haul and outer space. So let's just take that one, delete it, and that one, and delete it as well. These are creating reverb sweeps throughout the track. But they're really long reverbs, and they're generating reverb basically every time something runs through this chain. But we're not hearing it because the volume is all the way down. But that's obviously, it's basically just generating 5 reverbs that are all like 50 seconds long or 40 seconds long, something like that. So it's a little bit overkill. And we're only using 3 of them, so let's just do that. Let's just make sure that these ones are a different color so we know not use those ones. Cool. See, now we're staying under 100. Yeah, I think this actually is gonna work. Let's see if I'm gonna bring this compressor and take it and put it in front of this reverb sweep on the vocal, because otherwise it's gonna affect how the reverb sweep comes in as well, and I don't want that. So I'm just gonna do this. And now because I'm driving this into the soft clipping, that soft clipping is kind of gonna take off a little bit of the peaks, and then now it should actually sound nice, even though the vocal is quieter than what it is before. It should still sound relatively the same in the mix.
When the sun goes down tonight,
see?
There'll be one thing on my mind.
But the vocal is quieter. It just sounds the same level, because it's now compressed and it's basically sitting a little bit... It's a little bit thicker.
Which is the turn to dust, back with that one touch, that is so hard to know. Which is the turn to dust, back with that one touch, that is so hard to know.
It's still a little bit hard to hear every now and then, but that's something that can be fixed in the mixdown. Let's continue working on this. So I was thinking one of those sections where I wanted to maybe do a little thing with the bass line, a little fill, maybe here. So let's see. Like we have that bass there, but I'm not sure if I'm necessarily liking this one right here. What we could try making a interesting bass transition there, or one that layers on top of it, because this one is quite high passed. It just gets really loud here, but that's something we can maybe bring down a bit by just filtering it a bit in that section, and then layer something on top of it. Let's see if we can do that. I guess a MIDI track. And we're gonna take a sampler. And then I'm gonna take one of those resampled files, probably the bass 2. That's the one with all that modulation in it. And then we're gonna set this to loop mode. I'm just gonna go and do something like this, a really short loop. Because we really only need like a single sort of like section, like one of those sections. I'm gonna put this, I'm just gonna leave this, no, let's actually adjust that. So let's set this to G sharp something, G sharp 1, that's fine. So G sharp 1, then we're gonna get something here. Now it's running through this group, which is where the filtering is happening as well, I think. Sure where it is happening. Oh, right here. So I'm gonna have to put this outside of the group, but that's fine because it already has that same processing applied to it that's on this group, so we don't need to have it in the group. Now we get... Okay, sounds like ass. Let's turn the filter off. Let's bring this up so it's nice and loud. Set that to one voice. Not sure if that really matters for us right now, but let's. Is this MPE? Yeah, it is. Okay, MPE range is enabled. Let's do an MPE pitch bend on that. And we're really gonna do quite a big one, probably. I'm gonna start with 2 octaves. Okay, so that's the kind of movement we wanna see. But we need a loop that is much more interesting. It needs to be way shorter, first of all. That's more like it. And then let's do a little fade. And I'm also gonna chuck something on here that makes it really big and fat. So I guess OTT, which is not something I would normally do, but for a sound like this, why not? It's only for transition, so just put an OTT on it to kind of quickly fatten it up. We can always replace that with something else later. Let's take the regular OTT. To just really bring out all the artifacts as well. Really get something like that, right? To really bring up the bass as well. That's something that we want. Like that. Maybe add a little bit of compression on it. Same thing as what I did on the vocal, by the way. And just smash that into the soft clipping. And now we can start looking for a nice section, because this one is a bit weird. We're gonna have to look for one that sounds cool. And if we bring this one... can bring it even further down. Or let's curve this. Okay. That's starting to get a bit more like it. You could also hear it in the mix, by the way. A little bit better. That ends better. Let's not sure we need the sub on this one, but let's leave it in for now. Only thing I'll do is just make sure that we don't have any really low stuff. Now let's see what we get. If we can mix that in somewhere. Might have to take this bass out for a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah, okay, let's mute that bass for now. Right here. Just do that. I guess it's gonna be this long instead. So it comes in after the kick drum. And then I want to find a good section. One that sounds interesting. Actually, yo, why are you not working? Come on. Okay. Snap. It needs more sub though. Like it doesn't have much sub, but I like what that's doing. So like that it cuts out in that section, and it might actually work with this bass now. Because that bass comes in and becomes heavier in the last section when this one should be cutting out, so... Does kind of work. We can actually do this as well. Let's try that. Let's make this one a little bit longer, and then use the mod wheel, and we're gonna assign that to, I think loop length is what we need. And bring that down so that when we bring the mod wheel up, we're decreasing the length of the loop. See if that works. So we could have the mod wheel. And then we can, for instance, do something like this. We can actually affect how quick it is at the start. A little bit quieter. I do think it can be a little bit longer, but it's probably going to be filtered in that last section. Oh, that's nice. Let's try what happens if we switch the interpolation to something else. Best usually sounds best, obviously, but it's also going to use the most CPU. I do like this one, but I think we might be able to find a better one. Because later in the file there were other modulations, so I'm just... Damn it! Burp. Ah, it's gone. Okay, later in the file, see, we're still only in the first section. In this section there were other things happening, but let's just continue on and see what else we can find. Oh, that one is kind of nice too. Too bad that there's a little extra thing after it. That's a bit much. Don't hear that extra thing though in the mix. Oh, we're hearing both of them. That's why it sounds so weird. My bad. Oh. Interesting. These have sub. These could actually be used as a bass. Like, do you hear as well? Like, it doesn't even matter where I put it. It's just always going to be the same level. The OTT is literally just making everything the same level. Especially combined with that other compressor as well. Can be used somewhere, but I think it's best in this section.
Riches they'll turn to dust. I feel that wonder. That is some hair.
Let's move to right here. See what we get here. I kind of like that one. Now that doesn't need any sub. Maybe only in the first part, actually. Let's do that, and then in the second half, when that bass comes back, I'm just gonna do that. See what we get. Honestly, let's fade it out in volume in that section. Let's do a utility. Let's just go down at the end. That section right here. Let's see if we can... that high pass is also in front of the trash. That's why everything is so loud. Anyways. Let us automate that. It's already being automated. Then the vocal's a little bit easier to hear when we do it that way. A little bit less, and then on the last part we can... Now I'm wondering, we already have a couple of rise things here at the end, but what if we have like a pad all throughout this section that just keeps sort of like rising, basically for 32 bars. So just like a background pad, maybe a saw wave based or something like that, just sitting in the background and just rising maybe for 2 octaves during 32 beats or 32 bars. I think that could be really cool to add tension throughout this section where it just, you know, keeps increasing all the way towards the end. I think that would be pretty cool and kind of also prepares us for that breakdown a lot more. And I think it also just needs something here. Let's see. I'm just going to make a MIDI track here. We're just going to make a long-ass MIDI clip. and just put a G sharp note in there. And I guess we are gonna take a vital, maybe? And let's set that to, I guess, 2 octaves. And let's turn off MP for this one. It's probably going to come in quieter at first, and we're just going to increase everything over time. So let's, I called it Lopez filter, but whatever. I'm also going to put it on here. So we're going to increase the detune. That's going to happen in the second half. So in the second half, that detune amount is going to come up.
Riches they'll turn to dust. I feel that wonders. That is some hell to know. Riches they'll turn to dust. I feel that wonders. That is some hell to
What if we have one layer pitching up and another layer staying on G sharp? That's going to be weird, but it might actually be really fun. Or we could use the shepherd tone in here. Let's try that instead of a pitch bend. See what we can do that way. Because I do like a riser or some kind of rise in this section, but I don't want it to clearly go up in pitch. I want it to, well, kind of still go up in pitch, or the harmonics need to pitch up, but there also needs to be something just staying on the root of the track, if you get what I mean. Let's try using this one. Shepherd tone. Mm, 32, 16. So it goes through it twice. And then we can have another one. And we could even do a pitch bend on the second layer on the last, or the second half. That could be really fun. Like doing this, putting this on the pitch, and then setting that to 1 octave, so 12. And then we're going to go into the matrix here, and we're going to bring this one down in the middle, so that in the second half, it's actually going to bring up the pitch of that layer. See what we get. And we get the first section is just like that. And in the second section, we get this. So then everything starts rising. That could be fun. Have like a weird ass rising pad like that. Maybe not just saw waves. I might want to play around with the waveform, but
Riches that turn to dust. I did not want to, and it's okay to know.
that's totally gonna work. Yeah, that's gonna work really well. I really like that. Let's see. Change this up maybe? Get like some different waveforms in here. Maybe go for pulse or square for change. Like that is just gonna do so much throughout this entire section. It's really gonna help in bringing that tension up. Just need to EQ it so that we don't have much low end from this. What if we do FM from oscillator 2? That's gonna be fucking weird. Let's see what we get. We might get something super strange, but hey, we're all in for super strange stuff right now, I guess. That's interesting. Whoa. Too bad we got a jump there, but you don't hear it in the mix. So that's fine with me. Don't know why we get that jump. Well, we get the jump because this jumps from here to here. What if we slow this one down to 32? So it just, the shepherd tone keeps rising throughout the entire section. That FM is interesting though. It's really making it strange and atonal. What if we make this one go in opposite direction? So we get less FM as this thing goes on. Let's see what we get. That's working so well there at the end. That's sick. I'm not sure if I like the FM though, but... I do like that. I just want that probably to... I guess I want it to be more pronounced in the first part. So I guess the low pass filter doesn't have to go down this much. Let's just bring this up quite a bit and do this. That's a bit much. Let's change this to a 24. I could even do a little bit of this on here as well. Maybe the FM is too much though. Let's take the FM off. Then it sounds a lot better. We can also try RM. Doesn't sound like much. Might be able to take the vocal out or take the bass out in that last section. Like...
got wonders that you so fail to know.
There's some reverb sweeps happening there as well, which we would have to cut out, but might actually... Yeah, I'll leave it for now. Well, let's move on. Let's not get stuck. I do kind of like that rhythmic thing, but I don't want it to get to start right away. So what if we... I'm just going to call this mod instead. So it's basically, because it's modulating a whole bunch of things. We have this LFO controlling a couple of things now. What if I assign this one to all three of those things? So that, and that. So we're now also able to control the range of that with this one. Or should we do that with a different macro? Doesn't matter too much, but let's see. I want to basically, I'm going to use this to kind of check out where it's going to come in and where not. So I want it to not be there at the start, but then the volume needs to be up as well. Okay, one moment. Let's get rid of those automations. How do we do that? Can we just... Is there actually... Oh yeah, of course. We have these X buttons. But that just turns it off, right? Yeah, we can just do that. I'm gonna remove it. Ah, damn it. I'll redo these. I'm gonna do them one by one, because otherwise I'm gonna get lost. This, and then we had it a little bit on the filter. Have that. Now at the start, I don't want any of that modulation, so I'm actually gonna do it with a separate macro. I don't want to have it on the level at the start. So I'm just gonna do this. So now it's not on the level, and if we bring this up, we get that rhythmic thing. But then when this is down, we do want to hear these oscillators. So I'm going to assign this to the level as well of the oscillators itself. And then we're going to go in here, and we're going to do an opposite one. Let's bring this one up so that we don't get a click. And do the same thing here. It's going to go in opposite direction. Now let's see what we get. It might be a little bit too loud, but... Okay, now we still have the one on the filter. Let's assign that to here as well. Now we just get that. And we can bring the rhythmic thing in. And that's going to be a lot of fun. And then we can start bringing it out again towards the end. And do that. That will be good. So let's call that rhythm. And let's automate that. So we're going to have nothing at the start. It's going to come up and it's going to go back down. Do you have a job or do you do this full time? I guess I can say yes to both of those. I have a job, but that's only for 1 or 2 days a week. And then I do this basically full time on the side of it. So yeah. So now,
Wow.
I like that. A 32 bar rise, but hey, that kind of stuff is great in drum and bass, you know? Still wondering if we can make it better. What if we add a 7 to it? A perfect fifth. With something else. Factory. Do we have something interesting? Solve for days. Then we have to do the same thing on this one. So let's go and do that one on the level. And then assign this one to the range of that level. Make it go in opposite direction. Right? No or yes? Yeah, that's fine. And then this one needs to be up when that is down, so... No, why is that doing this now? That's not the right... I think I inverted the wrong one. So we have macro 2. I think this one needs to be like that. And then this one needs to be inverted. Now, let's not enable left right. Yeah, now they're the same. You know what? I'm gonna run that one through its own filter. Fuck it. That one is weird, but it sounds cool. In a way. Interesting. Let's see what that sounds like in the mix.
Riches they'll turn to dust, like without wanderlust. That is some hair
know, I don't like that second layer. Let's just get rid of it. Goodbye. That's way better. I don't want to make it go up all the way, I think. Leave a little bit of that in it, so... Now here it already needs to start, so let's bring this up a little here. Maybe bend it a little bit like that. We can also just make a jump there. I think that's pretty good. So, should we get started on the next section? Bum 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 bum. I'm hearing something coming in, maybe a completely different thing. I don't know. Are we gonna do a copy of this first drop in the second health, or in the second drop, or are we just gonna make a variation on the first drop? Are we gonna make a health time version? Are we gonna make a completely different thing? I don't think we need a completely different thing, but Oh, not that. I just wanted to move that one. So we have this thing. I like that, but what if we do? I do kind of like it there. Should I do that? Change the octave, or should I change the octave in the second half? It's also something we could do, like go down here. We have a contact thing. Is this one gonna be the right one? Let's see. I was working on this one. I quickly left it at some point, but that's the transition into the next section. I do like that. Maybe a hit on the start, on the end there, like an extra hit. Barrel. Don't hear that. What is different? Don't hear much, to be honest, in this last part. Coming from this one. Yeah, that's not really doing much, to be quite honest. Let's find a different one. Bread and butter. What do we have here? Do we have something like a kick or something? Sup. Let's take one of these. Looks like a nice sort of like sub hit at the end. And then we can make this one come in maybe halfway. And then let's also open this one up and assign a little bit of volume movement to it so that this rise isn't really going to be there for most of the duration of this thing. It's just going to come in at the end. Why is there not like no low end coming from this thing? Master effects. Equalize is not turned on. There's no low end coming from this thing. Or is it me? Oh. There is a high pass on the atmosphere group. Why did I do that? Why did I put a high pass on the atmosphere group? Now that's actually going to make a huge change. I don't know how long that's been there, but... Yo, Alchemy. Welcome, mate. Now we should be getting stuff from this one. There we go. Now it's nice. That's the one I like. But we don't really need this thing at all, so I'm just gonna make it even shorter. Let's make it come in the last 4 beats. Ah, that's pretty decent. Let's freeze that one. This is actually the second stream of today. I think today we're gonna be streaming for more than 8 hours. Well, not in one stream, but I already streamed for, what was it, 4 hours this afternoon? So there's another 4 tonight, and then it's a long amount of a big amount of streams today. But hey, I'm feeling this tune, man. I'm really feeling this track. It's really starting to come together. It's definitely still a bit too rough in terms of the mix down, but that's fine, you know, that's something I'll fix later. I really want to get this thing completely written. Let's see, let's flatten this one. And even then, like when it's completely done, I'll probably even go through it and end up removing a bunch of things, because that's what always ends up happening. You know, I'll end up making a lot of stuff, and then in the end, it's just a matter of like, okay, does this really need to be here, or does it kind of convey the same feeling without it, you know? And if it does, then why not do it without? Because a lot of times less is more. But yeah, that's usually my thought process. I'll just go and check that at the end. The amount of times the amount of times I do that I'll, you know, end up writing like almost a full track and then end up going through it and go like, you know what, this thing actually doesn't need to be here. This thing, it sounds cool, but it really doesn't need to be there. It still sounds just as heavy and maybe even better without it, you know? That part would be sick if there was a frequency shifter from fast to slow on the foghorn. Which foghorn? There's not really a foghorn. The only thing that, yeah, what you probably mean is this bass, that main bass. It's not really a foghorn bass, but in certain areas you get kind of a... There you get those harmonics coming up, and that kind of sounds maybe a little bit like it, but... Which one do you mean? Right here. I mean, that's the same bass, but it's literally just a single bass line in this track. There's not really this is basically the main bass, and then we're going into the next part where we do have like a little resting. What do we mean here? You mean that one? Okay. I think the atmosphere is actually going to continue into the next section. So, come on, just give me a little bit more space here. I'll just make a little marker somewhere out there. 6 minutes somewhere. Okay, cool. Cool. Just be there. Now we can actually zoom out a little bit further. Yeah, there. Okay, well, I'll check maybe at some point, but for now I'm kind of want to see how I'm gonna make this breakdown work. What I'm gonna do in the breakdown, because you know the intro I'm still kind of up to change. To be quite honest, the intro is still it kind of is a little bit without a theme, if you get what I mean. And the vocal is just in the intro. I've just chopped it up and put it in there. And like I said, I'm probably gonna settle on a shorter part of the full vocal thing that I have in here right now, because in the intro the vocal does a lot more than what it's doing in this part.
Sun goes down tonight.
See, it's literally just a house vocal, but I'm thinking of maybe settling for this sort of like pattern right here, this thing.
Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around,
That part kind of works.
oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around.
So I think I'll probably write an entire vocal part around this section,
Oh, when the sun goes down,
or find something else.
and I come
Who knows?
around. Riches they'll turn to dust, life without wonders. That is some hell to know.
Because that part kind of works. But I want to kind of figure out what the breakdown is going to do, because in the breakdown I'm probably going to do something that I want to introduce in the intro as well, kind of tease people with it, right? So I guess if I can figure the breakdown out, then the intro is going to be way easier. Because now I'm just kind of... now it's just mostly just atmosphere in the intro, and I kind of want to have sort of like a theme, maybe. But I'm not sure what we're going to have to do for the breakdown. Yeah, that's good. That works there. No, I don't use splice. Now we have that shuffle thing in the intro, which might be nice to bring in already here. Now we really need something on top of this, I think. I'm not sure if that hat is going to be used actually in the breakdown, but let's put another kick drum here, but instead I'm going to take the regular kick. Yeah. What are we going to do? What is going to fit on top of it? We also have these things here. This is also used in the intro. And also used during the... This is actually, yeah, used during the build. So let's put that here. And let's copy it with automation, if there is any. I probably should have done that on the rises as well. I'm not sure if there's automation on those. Don't think there is, but... No? No, okay, good. But there should be on this one, probably. Yeah. Just copy this automation. Drop that here, because otherwise it's not going to do our rise. It's otherwise going to sound really static. This is literally not doing anything. I'm not hearing this one. Why am I not hearing this one? Because it should be coming up here. Like it's showing something on the meter, and that should be coming up here. Why am I not hearing it though? Oh, there's a high pass on this group that's not closing down. Ah, that should go down here. Or maybe stay up a little bit and then it can close down after the reverb tails have basically, what is that, faded out. Yeah. And then let's just copy that. Put that here as well. Now we should. Yeah. Yeah, so this one, I'm probably not going to bring that back, to be honest. I don't like this one in here. So let's, or we could. Oh, that one needs to be enabled. What if we... bring it in the second half. See what we get. Oh, wait. What if we bring it in here? Yeah, that could work. But then I'm probably gonna take this section. Or, wait. Let's undo that. Let's move you without copying the automation to here. Then copy this one. And then we have to do the same thing here, though. Because that is sort of like playing the same thing. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna reuse these, to be honest. Like, the first one does kind of sound cool. This top one, I'm not a big fan of it. Ooh, that's cool. No, we're going again. I guess. Interesting. Kind of like it. Can we make that work in this track? That's the question. A bit much with the low end. Discord mate. Where's that coming from? Is that here? Nay? No? I was just switching to Dutch for one word. Where's it coming from? This one. I guess. No. Could be some automation here. Where? Not sure where it is. Let's grab the vocal. I'm just gonna grab this section maybe. And move that over to here. Is that right? Yeah.
Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around, riches they'll turn to dust, life without wanderlust, that is some hell to know.
I don't think the ARP is gonna be the right one. I like ARPs, but I'm not sure if I'm liking that. Let's continue this route then.
Riches they'll turn to dust, like without wanderlust.
Like, I'm not sure if I want to use that pad in the breakdown, actually, because we have that riser coming up, and that is kind of like being a little out of tune with the, or we take the riser out.
Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around,
That's probably gonna be better.
riches they'll turn to dust, like without wanderlust. That is some hell to know.
Should we do that bass hit right here? No, I haven't yet.
Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around, riches they'll turn to dust, like without wanderlust. That is some hell to know. Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around, oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around, riches they'll turn to dust, like without wanderlust. That is some hell to know. Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around, riches they'll turn to dust, like without wanderlust. That is some hell to know.
Oh, when the sun goes bum. I'm hearing that. Oh, when the sun goes bum. Instead of when the sun goes down, we're gonna do that. I think that could be cool. And we're probably gonna have this cut out a little bit more, these rises and stuff. But what kind of a drop are we gonna do for the second health? Health time? I'm kind of feeling like working on a drop bits now, right at this moment, because the breakdown I'm not even that sure about. The other versions of the vocals from the sample pack, true, we have those. But what kind of drop will we do after it? We could do health time. That could be really fun.
Like without wanderlust, that is some hell to know.
Like that build kind of feels already like a bit more of a health time kind of thing would come after it, because the kick drum isn't really that fast. It's not building that fast. It's not like going on a 1-1-4 measure. It's going on, what is it? The fastest part is like 1 second, so that kind of implies health time. Good try.
Riches they'll turn to dust, like without wanderlust. That is some hell to know.
Let's take this section here and paste it right here. Let's see what we can do with that. So let's get rid of all of these. Get rid of all of those. Let's move this one down to there. Probably gonna have a different snare if we're gonna do a half time second drop. Start with just that pattern. And then we're gonna have to figure some stuff out. Let's mute this one probably. We're gonna have the main hats. I'm probably not gonna bring this shuffle thing in there. Okay, yeah, this could totally work. Could do... Oh wait, we could reverse this one. Could be fun. And we're gonna get rid of these right here. I'm gonna have the same thing here. Reverse that one. And then that one. Take these out. Okay, cool. Now, I have the snare channel here. Luckily, we have a whole ton of different snares in here. So I can actually take this chain selector and I can just automate it to be something else. Let's see what other snares we have. I actually need to make this a little bit bigger because we're probably missing a whole bunch of them. Might have to pitch some of them down, see what we get then. That one could work for a halftime pattern. That one is nice. So 420 hertz. Hey! I was like, what is the pitch of that snare drum? But it's 420 hertz. How fucking amusing. That will be G sharp. What if we make this one go down 5 semitones? So it is a D sharp. That could be nice. Then it's a perfect fifth above the root of the track, which is totally gonna work. Greenery. Sipping the green tea. Saying hello to Mary Jane. It's how the world spins around. Right, boys?
Turn to dust, life without wonders. That is some hell to know.
Yes, this is gonna be dope. We're not gonna have the 1/8 note hats right away, but we're probably gonna introduce them every now and then. So instead of that, I'm just gonna do this. So it's just gonna copy the quarter note pattern, basically. One more. Now I'm thinking about the kick drum pattern. I'm hearing something that could be really cool. Let's see. It needs to be similar to what the drum bass thing is doing. So there we have a really interesting kick drum pattern and drum pattern in general. I love how it keeps changing, so let's see if we can do something similar in this section then. But yeah, I think that could be really fun, a halftime pattern. Like, I can quickly just paste the bass line there, or part of it. see what we get. No. Can we save? No, we cannot. Okay, Control S. Did I do it? Did I do it? Yes! Woo! Woo! We saved the project. But it didn't crash. Just Wave Candy crashed. like the last time. Wave Candy has crashed. So I'm not sure if I remove them, if they will crash Ableton. But we can try. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay. Well, no more Wave Candy, no more visualizers for now. Wave Candy just crashed. Nice save. Yeah, I did okay, Control S. Bum. In case it actually crashed.
Riches they'll turn to dust, life without wonders. That is.
Okay, let's take this and let's just paste it here for now. Let's see what we get. You could start to drop in full time for like a bar and then quickly switch to half time. Yeah, true, but maybe just go to half time right away. Let's see what we get.
Riches they'll turn to dust, life without wanderlust. That is some hell to know. Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around, riches they'll turn to dust, life without wanderlust. That is some hell to know.
Oh yes! Fuck yes. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
That is some hell to know.
What if we do a double kick at the start? Oh, then we need a double head as well, probably. Oh, let's split this up. We're gonna go heavy on the second drop if it's gonna go half time, but oh boy, do I like it. Remove all of this as well. And then we're just gonna move the reversed ones on their own track, so that we can still do the double heads as well. And do like a little bum bum. And then maybe do like a little step bass at the first beat that kind of repeats on those two kicks. Bum bum. I'm actually tempted to go that. Or maybe let's leave them there. So maybe we get like a... Oh no, let's do this. Now, let's go for kick drum changes. No. We're probably gonna go like off grid and shit with this thing.
That is some hell to know.
Oh yes, that could work. Or we could go... I like that one.
Riches they'll turn to dust, life without wonders. That is some hell to know.
Oh, I am already hearing why we have all of these extra heads here. What if we go...
Hell to know.
Oh fuck, it's starting to rain again. Close the window. Also go offbeat with these hats. I can also go and do with Oh, my bad. That's not what I wanted to do. I need to do that. Ooh, this is gonna be a weird one. Let's get rid of all of these. Let's just focus on the kick and snare pattern.
Riches they'll turn to dust, life without wonders. That is some hell to know.
Yeah, that's better. And I'm gonna bring just that head in. And then that reverse one was nice, so let's keep that. That's good. That's nice. I like that. Should I do another one here? question is the bass going to be the exact same? Or are we going to do a variation on the bass?
Life without wonders, that is some hell to know.
I kind of feel like we need a at the start. Yeah, I'm not sure yet about that, but I do like going for a halftime thing in the second drop.
When the sun goes down tonight, there'll be one thing on my mind. Want to discover a part of me, set me free. I'm on a mission, gotta find my space. I've got the world to see, led by only intuition. No, there's not a trace, I'm only counting on me. Riches that turn to dust, life without wonders, that is some hell to know. Riches that turn to dust, life without wonders, that is some hell to know.
I'm hearing another similar thing what I want to do now. Oh boy, I have an idea and I hope I can make it. I'm probably gonna have to do a resampled bit of the bass. Hey, we can use the resampled bits of the bass for that. I hear something, what I want to do. Let's see, it's similar to what I'm doing there in the at the start of the second drop. And that is taking that last word from the vocal out. And then I want to put a step on the first beat. That's also what I have in mind for the second drop. Then if we're gonna go halftime, do like a step on the first beat that hits on that kick. And probably change the bass up a little bit, but still have like the same kind of pitches, I guess, than in the first drop, but maybe just slightly different timing. Then the vocal is literally just from a sample pack. It's from a sample pack called Loopmasters Kate Wild Vocal Hooks and Acapellas Volume 2. And like I said, I'm still probably gonna take a bunch of the parts of the vocals out and just settle on like a couple of ones, and it'll probably be this section, because that one honestly I think sounds the best. Or I'll actually find a different vocal for it that works even better, who knows. I just found this one, I was like, hey, that kind of works. But then... Oh, when the sun goes boom. Dun 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 dun. So let's go in here and let's just make an audio track. Get rid of this MIDI track because that's empty anyway. And let's go into here that has like a lot of the resampled bits from the bass. Let's take this. Now we're gonna have to find something though. If I were you, I would just roll with it. Yeah, I'm kinda... The more I use it, the more it grows on me, so... Like, maybe even that. But that one sounds too similar to this one, I think. Yeah, see, that's that one. And I need one that is, I don't know, different. That panning. This might take a while. No, this is Portal. We need a higher pitched part. That one does sound really cool. That one does sound really cool. And we're getting the sidechain as well, by the way. Let me turn it off so that we can hear the full thing without sidechain. Maybe that section could work. Let's try it out. Create audio track. Mute that one. Let's go to the start of this and I'll just paste this one here. And then we're gonna have gonna have a gap as well there. Well, there is already a gap, but we need a different sound, but something like that could work. Where did I take that from? Somewhere around here. One is too similar to the other one, but let's do this so we know where we where we were. We can go back to that spot really easily. Let's try that one. I think we need the sidechain. Oh, and the sun goes. That's a wipe you. Okay. Not exactly, but you get the idea. We need something there, so there we get.
Riches that turn to dust. I cannot untouch. That is so hard to know.
But it needs to be a different sound. I'm actually gonna try. Where is the one? Oh, that one is here. What if I do take that one? And pitch it to a different key. So I have to figure out what this is. So, or just do it by ear. Let's do it by ear. I guess going down. Whoa, that was weird. I think we're missing something. Ah. That's what we're missing. Oh, that's the reverb. This is the filter. Probably gonna turn it into its own thing so I can process it differently and kind of bring out some of the stuff. But that does maybe work. So let's do that. Remove that one. Get rid of these. And get rid of that one. Let's see. Probably gonna need a separate sub as well, but Might even just use it once. It needs to be lower. It needs to have a way lower harmonic. Like, probably gonna make a different sound for it, just a bass. That's close. Minus 15. That's better. What if we copy that one and move it down to the halftime drop? Where is that? Right here.
Riches they'll turn to dust, like with that wanderlust. That is some hell to know. Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around, riches they'll turn to dust, like with that wanderlust. That is some hell to know.
I'm actually tempted to offset these hats. These ones right here. Which is like, I don't know. Much? Gonna be weird with that kick drum, but I feel like we need the offbeat hats need to be sort of like delayed a little bit. So I might actually do like a different hat for the offbeat one and make that one delayed so that you kind of get a little bit of a how do you say that? Like a lazy feel, I guess. Okay. I am thinking though, what if we change the bass pattern up? Copy that over here so that we don't lose the original. Let's get rid of these. I'm just gonna move them down here. Let's see. So we start with this one. What if we start with that one on the snare? See that we get something like that. Da-da-dum. Yes. And maybe change the bass patch up a little bit as well, so that we get like a little bit more of a maybe slightly shorter pitch envelope. And a different top layer as well, of course. Top layer is still there. Figure out the top layer afterwards. That really depends on what the bottom layer is doing. Then we're gonna have to do pitch bends as well and shit, so We can do, for instance, pitch bend at the start of this one. So we go down from that note towards this one. Why was that not working? Oh, because there's a pitch envelope on it, of course. But I think I made it legato, so we can do... Yeah, good one. Let's save. And this automation is going to have to be redone as well, because this is all dependent on what the bass pattern is doing, especially these macros here. Wang. Sort of like similar as what that one is doing. Wang. Then what is that? Oh yes. Yes. That was nice. At that end. That's cool. Let's overlap these as well. Now I might actually... or on the kick drum. Put like a little extra hit there. Where is the kick? Where does it hit? Yeah, right there. Although we don't really need that extra re-triggering because we're going to have the top layer coming in as well, obviously. Let's see what the top layer could do. So if we have this, drop that down here. Now this one still has the automation. I'm going to leave that for now and see what we get. And then we need to make higher notes on top of here. Well, I could just take the ones from here and just adjust that timing. If that timing even has to be adjusted, to be quite honest. See what we get. Don't think it has to. See, this note kind of comes in when this is already playing, and this switches at the same spot, and same for that last one, so I don't think we need to change this. That works, except for that last part where I did the pitch bend. There we're gonna have to do a pitch bend on this one as well. Which there already is. Is that one? Yeah, it's that one. Oh, it actually works. Works fine. Yeah, that'll work. All we have to do is redo all of this automation here, which is what the distortion is doing. So if I bring that up, we get a much heavier... So that's really going to help in getting certain sections to stick out more than others. See, and then it gets a bit much in certain sections, so that's going to be tweaking. Something like that, maybe? Oh yeah.
Riches will turn to dust, life without wonders. That is somehow to know.
That works. And then we also have this one. That's also adding extra stuff, so let's bring that up a little bit as well every now and then. Maybe where this one goes down. Bring that one up, do that. Ooh, that made it nice. Yeah, that made that one really nice. Maybe a little bit here. It is. Oops. No, we're not doing breakbeat. We're just going half time.
Dust, like without wanderlust. That is some hell to know. Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around, riches will turn to dust, like without wanderlust. That is some hell to know.
That was weird. We need this section. This section. We need that right here. No, right there. Oops, no. Did I take a section that's too long? We only need the last part. Oh yeah, we do need that entire section. Just comes in right here. So, right here. Isn't that just the same? Yeah, we have to go and change the base here. That's just the same. We can go and take the last part of the top one. I'm taking the wrong piece. Need to take this part. And drop that. Right here. There we go. Cool. Save. Getting somewhere with this tune. Just need to figure out the intro and how that's gonna work, but figure that one out. How late are we? 11:38. I guess we'll go until midnight.
When the sun goes down tonight, there'll be one thing on my mind. Want to discover a part of me, set me free. I'm on a mission, gotta find my space. I've got the world to see, led by only intuition. No, there's not a trace, I'm only counting on me. Riches that turn to dust, life without wonders, that is somehow to know. Riches that turn to dust, life without wonders, that is somehow to know. Riches they'll turn to dust, like without wanderlust, that is some hell to know. Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around, riches they'll turn to dust, like without wanderlust, that is some hell to know.
Okay. I'm actually getting a bit ear fatigued right now, so I think I'm gonna stop the stream soon. Been going for quite a while today, so I think I need a break from this tune. A little break for the rest of the evening, and get back to it tomorrow. Not sure if I'll stream that tomorrow, though. Not sure if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I'll definitely stream Friday. Not sure what we're gonna work on Friday, though. Should we do a little breakbeat tease then? Like, I mean, I would definitely I'm not sure if this is the right track for a VIP at some point, but some tracks do, and sometimes it can be really nice to do a lower pitch breakbeat remix of a drum and bass track. Let's see what we hear when it's slower. I'll go a little bit further, somewhere around here.
When the sun goes down tonight, there'll be one thing on my mind. Want to discover a part of me.
See if we spot any issues.
I'm on a mission, gotta find my space. I've got the world to see, led by only intuition. No, there's not a trace, I'm only counting on me.
This would be an F harmonic minor. Not sure what the BPM would be, but it would be F harmonic minor.
Riches that turn to dust, life without wonders, that is some hell to know.
Snare percussion rolls every now and then. Indeed, I think some ghost snares and some stuff like that will be definitely fun. Jack Kinsey. Just do it. I guess. You know, just make music, you know, whatever. If you feel unmotivated, well, I guess what I usually do is just start sound designing, and then until I find at some point I'll find something that I like, you know.
Oh, when the sun goes down,
and then work from there.
and when I come around,
The health time part is gonna sound really weird slow.
Dust, life without wanderlust, that is some hell
slow.
to know. Oh, when the sun goes down, and when I come around, riches they'll turn to dust, life without wanderlust, that is some hell to know.
There's some modulations happening on the bass that I don't really like. But we're getting somewhere with this tune. Starting to sound decent. Yeah, like even if you just do like just make sounds or make some loops or make some patches. I don't know. Whatever you do, spending time in your DAW, you are going to pick up something, or you're gonna at least practice, right? So that's the one thing that is definitely gonna break that writer's block. The only thing that's gonna break that writer's block is by actually doing stuff. So the longer you sit still and think about, how am I going to get over this? How am I going to do this? The longer you're not going to achieve anything. So it's literally the best advice somebody can give you on that is probably just start doing something. Even if it's just something like how should we put this? Like don't just start just watching tutorials or something like that. Like if you watch tutorials, that's fine to learn something, but even if you've then watched a tutorial, then at least go in your DAW or something after that and start practicing what you've just learned something about, because then you're really gonna kind of learn how it works. I hear a lot of people who send me messages saying like, yo, I watch all your tutorials, but I still can't do it. And it's like, yeah, but how much of that time have you spent watching the tutorials, and how much of that time have you spent actually practicing what you've learned? Because if you're not going to practice it, then you're never going to master a technique. You're never going to learn how it really works for you and how it applies to the music that you want to make. So that's something definitely really important. The amount of practice you put in is really going to help. The more you make music, the better you're going to get, and the quicker you're going to get better. It can be partly self-induced, but it doesn't have to be. Like, it can also be because you're dealing with some negative stuff around you in your life, you know, that's affecting your output and creativity. That's definitely something that I have been having in the past year with all the COVID situation, you know. So that's definitely something that I didn't have any control over. So it doesn't have to be self-induced, but it could be. It could be. Definitely could be. Like, you could be talking yourself down and actually keeping yourself from getting into the zone. That's something that's really, really important as well. Like, if you're thinking about it in a way where you already go at it from, well, with the idea, and maybe even just in the back of your mind, like going into your DAW with the idea of, well, like, yesterday it didn't really work out, you know, something like that, or maybe I hope it's gonna go better than yesterday, something like that. You know, that might actually prevent you from actually doing something good that day, because you're already sort of like starting with a slightly more negative approach, right? Whereas if you go at it with an approach like, today I'm just going to make something really fucking nice. Today we're going to do something really fun. I don't care what I end up with. I don't care if it's going to be a tune, but I'm just going to make something that sounds cool, right? You're just going to start like that. Or just, I don't know, do something fun before you start making music. Do something that you really enjoy before you go into your DAW and start making music. You know, start positive. That's definitely something that really helps. Every day is a new chance to start again. Yeah, true. Definitely. But yeah, when watching tutorials, you know, like, if you just watch it, it's kind of like the same thing when you can watch a lot of professional sport matches, whatever sport, but you're never going to get good at it by watching the sport alone, right? You're going to get good at it by actually doing it. So that's kind of the same thing. You can watch as many tutorials as you want, and you're going to learn about all the tools, and you're going to learn how everything is named and where everything is, and you're probably going to be able to navigate it all if you just watch some tutorials and never made music before. You know, if you would sit down and watch, like, I don't know, maybe a month of tutorials about Ableton without ever touching Ableton, if you then touch Ableton the first time after that month, you'll probably know your way around it quite well. But you're never going to achieve something that sounds really good. Well, the chance that you will is probably quite small, because you never practiced. You might have some knowledge, but you don't have the practice hours. So it's a fine balance, though, right? Sometimes you're kind of, because you can also be sort of like limited by your knowledge. right? That's also something that can happen. It's kind of like this, you got to figure out what it is, why you're not getting any further, and that's something that you got to figure out. And that's something I can tell you, right? That's something only you can figure out, right? So, and that's something everybody struggles with in music at some point. Because that's also a thing, like if it's your knowledge preventing you from going on, then you should actually maybe read some articles or read some blog posts or watch a couple of tutorials or, I don't know, do something like that. And then practice. It always comes down back to practice. That's the most important thing. And just putting in the time, right? Just spending time making music. And even if you make a track that doesn't end up sounding good at all, it's still not wasted. Like, even if that track never comes out, you never do something with it, it's not wasted time because you've put in some time and at least you've learned that what you've done that day didn't work. So the next time, you're going to do the exact opposite. You're going to do something that you did not do on the other day so that you're going to hopefully come to a different end result. And that is something that, why basically you've never wasted time if you're just spending time in your DAW, unless you're just sitting there staring at a blank screen. That would be wasted, but... Yeah, I find that if I'm blocked, I just focus on something else, like creating templates. Exactly. Making patches, learning skills. That's something I would do indeed as well. I love learning about new skills, especially like more exotic skills or skills that are slightly different than what most people would use. Because if you're going to use a skill that isn't used a lot, you're automatically going to sound different than the rest. So that might give you a little, and it might inspire you as well because it's different, right? So you might get a burst of inspiration because of it. You're kind of forcefully putting yourself in a spot where you're out of your comfort zone. And that's when most of the times the fun stuff happens, because then you're going to go like, hey, wait a second, what if I do this? Or what if I do that? You're less sort of like blocked in by all the rules about the things that you already know, because like regular, and like you can still make good music in major or minor, don't get me wrong, but sometimes doing something like that can really help to kind of break some kind of a wall that you're hitting. Yeah, exactly. Just like what I did. I just spent a day making some patches. And even if I never end up using the patches, I still made the patches and I learned some stuff about how Vital worked, because I spent almost 6 hours making patches in Vital that day. So, you know, that's just time practiced, learning my way around Vital a little bit more and trying out things there and experimenting with Vital to see what parameters would do what on what type of sound. You know, it's like you're just playing around and seeing what happens. And you just try and keep him, or try and memorize what you've learned, basically, what sounds good and what doesn't. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you don't even know where you're going, but you're just doing something, and then suddenly you hear something, and you go like, hey, that sounded really cool. Let's take that, and let's try and build a track around that. And you end up with something completely different. You know, it's not every day has to be a song, but every day has to be musical. Yeah, that's something I would definitely agree with. The more time you spend every day, or not maybe the more time, but at least spend some time every day doing something musical, whether that's spending time making a template or spending time organizing your sample library or anything that could speed up your workflow later, you know, making racks, stuff like that. You know, that's gonna really help. Or even just explore some of the new plugins that you bought last week that you haven't really opened and really looked at. You know, maybe you, I don't know, borrowed a couple of plugins somewhere and you've decided to, and you found this one folder with 100 of them and you still haven't opened more than 90% of them. Well, maybe it's a good time, if you're uninspired, to just go and have a look at them. Just saying, you know? We've all been there. Yeah, it's just putting yourself out of your comfort zone, right? Especially when you get stuck. Just putting yourself out of your comfort zone, and that you can do that in so many ways. You can go indeed for a different genre as well, but you can also just take a completely different key than what you would normally use, or I don't know, take a completely different synth that you normally use. Maybe make a track using only one synth. You know, put a limitation on yourself. You know, there's so many things you could do to put yourself out of your comfort zone. Only use samples or only use synthesis. You know, there's so many things you can be doing, and all of those things could be something that can help you to overcome a writer's block. And sometimes all you need is just a break. Sometimes all you need is a walk outside. You know, sometimes all you need is, I don't know, a vacation. It really depends, you know, and that's something you as a person has to figure out yourself. But yeah, there's a lot to be said about that. There's a lot about to be said about that, and there's so many people talking about that stuff online because everybody has phases like that at some point. So it's nothing to be ashamed of either. I mean, my writer block moments have all been captured live on stream, and have all been visible for everybody to see. So I don't care even more. Like, if it happens, it happens, and I can try my best to get over it. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. That's how it goes, you know. And then next day better, you know. Next day we'll try again. See what happens that day. Cool. So thanks for being here. I'll be back on Friday, 8:30 p.m. Amsterdam time. I'll see what we're gonna work on Friday. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll work on a different tune. Maybe I'll see if I can find something else in my old project folder, because this actually started from an older project. So might go through some of my older projects again and see if I can find something else. Maybe we can make another tune. Or it depends how much I finished by Friday. You know, maybe I finished the second drop and then I'll probably work on something else. But if I haven't, then we'll probably work on this one, if I feel like it though. Because maybe I just want to do something else, because I've worked for this. I've worked on this one for a couple of days now. So, yeah, it was a nice one today. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys in the chat again. And I would like to see you guys in the Discord as well, if you aren't a member yet. So I'll drop the link to my Discord in the chat right now. All the help is also appreciated. So the links to my Patreon and all of that is also in the description below the stream on YouTube. And you can also find the links to Patreon in the chat as well. So I'll put that there. If you want to get some extra downloads from Patreon for like there's patches and other stuff, then you can join Patreon if you want to, and you will help the streams. So thanks a lot. I'll play this while the outro is going, and I'll see you guys again on Friday. Peace.
Sun goes down tonight. There'll be one thing on my mind. Want to discover a part of me. Set me free. I'm on a mission. Gotta find my space. I've got the world to see. Led by only intuition. No, there's not a trace. I'm only counting on me. We twist and turn to dust. Eyes without wonders. That is somehow to know. We twist and turn to